Hi guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in St Wands in the Jersey Channel Islands and I'm here with my good friend Matt Noel, aka Salty Lens.
What's up guys?
So, today I welcome you to the first photo battle of 2021 on this channel. So, what are the rules? Take us through them.
Okay, so today we are going to do 20 minutes and take as many photos as we want, and we get to submit our best five edited photos at the end of the 20 minutes. So we're on a time crunch.
Yep.
We haven't got a lot of area to play with. We've got from where we're standing basically to the end of the cliff over there that you can't see, but we'll get a bit of a shot from when we're walking around. We're going to catch it all on the GoPros. So we're just going to run around, get hot and sweaty and do a bit of this.
Bring you guys along on the GoPros, but we're also going to talk you through the cameras that we're using today and the lenses. So we specifically limited ourselves to a zoom lens. So on my camera, I'm going to use the 18-105 f4, and on Matt's lens,
I've got the Nikon D850 with the 24-120.
So pretty similar focal lengths, just to keep it kind of fair, and hopefully it will be a successful first photo battle.
Yeah, man.
So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like the video down below, and comment what you thought was the best photo towards the end of the video. Right, we're just going to set a timer on our phones. Matt, do you want to show them just so we've got clarification?
I'm in.
Right, you ready to set it?
Yep.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go.
Right. Oh my god, so steep.
Alright, I just need to walk down to the van to take the tripod back, and then we can crack on. Change lens, because I need to change the lens from the 16 to the 18-105.
Last time I did this, I lost my keys in the sand dunes. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
I need to change the lens, sorry, I don't even know why I said tripod. Don't need that.
Okay, I think I'm on the first location.
Right, I'm going to head down here first, just because I know Matt is probably going to head down here last, so gives me a bit of time to work with this. So I just need to change the settings on my camera. A good spot actually, just over there, which you can actually see once I get to the little bit that I'm going to.
Send it.
Which essentially is going to be able to show the lighthouse. I don't know if you guys can see that because we're in quite a wide view here, but essentially once I zoom in to, although I'm tempted to head up there, no, we'll go over here. We've got our little view over here. I realise we're on a 20-minute time constraint, so let's do a bit of a run here.
Just check it quickly. Sweet, I'm happy with that. Right. Okay, location 2.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's get it. Right, let's get a picture of that lighthouse now. So I don't know if you can see that now with the reflection, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the lighthouse and using the tree as a bit of framing. But we've also now got the use of these trees, which we could get quite a cool little minimalist shot out of. I'm going to walk down here. Right, down here, what have we got? What have we got? Right, we got Rocco Tower. So what I'm going to do is a nice easy shot, which I imagine Matt will take as well, is to use these bushes as a foreground for the tower.
Right, I think I might have found a little composition here. So quite wide. They're shooting 24mm. And I've got a plane in the background. Sweet.
Right, I'm gonna run down onto the beach because I think Matt is gonna actually stay up into the dunes, which allows me to then use the beach as a bit of a subject, makes it a bit more subjective. Let's try that. So there's actually quite a nice little spot there. I don't know if you guys can see that, of the house, and the trees and the bushes are actually framing it really nicely. But it's all about, we're doing challenges like this, it's our first challenge, but it's all about challenging yourself and putting yourself in your comfort zone, or outside your comfort zone, sorry, and not expecting to get the shot all the time.
Oh, there's a shot.
Alright, so we've got quite a murky day today, which makes things quite difficult. I've just spotted a cool reflection now that the tide's gone out. But yeah, if you're ever going out taking photographs, it's all about trying to make use of your environment and just kind of rolling with it. There's never going to be a situation where you're 100% comfortable with what you're photographing, but you know, if you always put yourself out of your comfort zone, you're only going to improve.
Right, I'm going to try and get down to the beach now. Literally got like 10 minutes left, not even that.
Right, let's now get cool reflection of the cliff path. Get nice and low. It's nice to use the beach as a bit of a foreground.
Let's make sure I don't get run over.
Could be cool to get something like that to get the bubbles. Wait for that tide to come in, but again, it's all trial and error. You can't really predict what you're going to photograph. It's all about picking up the camera and just doing it.
Actually, there's some cool tractors down the other end of this car park, so I'm going to see if I can go and get a cool shot with one of them. It's going to be a bit of a run, so hope I don't lose my keys.
We got 3 minutes. Right, I better rush back and try and get some final images. I can't really think of anything else down here. Let's go, 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 go.
Bit of car photography, why not? Classic V-dub.
Must be out of time. Oh, we got 1 minute. We are on 1 minute.
Trying to be unique while trying to get shots like this is really tricky. I can see Cam walking back now. That
There he is. Time's nearly up.
oh, we're done.
Oh, I missed the bloody con.
Right, So that's it, we're up for time, guys.
That was so difficult.
Do you feel fit?
I've done as much running in my life until now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get back into Matt's van and we're going to edit the photos.
In the mobile office.
Five best photos. And then we'll get back to you and hopefully we've got something. I don't know about
We'll
you.
see.
I don't know about you, but I struggled there.
I had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, so yeah, just stay tuned and hopefully we'll have some goodish shots for you.
Right guys, we'll see you in a bit.
Right, so we've just finished editing. Matt, how do you think it went?
Mate, I don't even know because we were both running around like hooligans.
Honestly,
So,
that was probably the hardest 20 minutes of photographing I've ever done as a photographer. I just thought, because you're under a time constraint, it's hard to go through ideas in your head straight away, and you're constantly on the move, and you're like, oh yeah, there's something there. It's like a point and shoot all the time. I know Matt's a bit of an expert at the whole panos and all that stuff, and
tried to be, but
you did give me a little bit of a mention that you might have.
I may have stitched one or two together.
Yeah, so
possibly.
I'm interested to see, but should we start with yours or mine? What do you want to do?
Should we do one of each?
Yeah? Do you want
Yeah.
it? Right, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, number one, I'll show you on mine. So, the first one I've got is a classic black and white image of a plane that was flying around. So, yeah,
I like the
anything.
composition actually. You framed it quite well with the tree branches. So.
Yeah, and it was quite difficult actually because 105 you're limited still even at that focal length, and I mean that is the longest focal length I've got, but ideally you want to get right punched in close to anything that's
You
flying
want to
about.
fill your frame, don't you?
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is under time constraint. You know, what can you do? Cool, so now we're on to Matt's first photograph. Classic black and white again. I'm absolutely loving the whole subject matter and the
They
composition.
completely didn't realise I was photographing them
I
at
just
all.
thought that's just insane. This is wedding standard photography, this is. So I'm pretty impressed from Matt Noel. How dare you?
Run and gun, mate, run and gun. Guerrilla photography.
Not feeling good at all. Let's check your number two out. So as you'll be able to see on screen, he has stitched a pano together, and
It wasn't against the rules, so I thought, bring out the big guns. Counts as one shot, right?
I think you might have just won this, But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, just because we don't need to
Let us
talk
know
about
what
it
you
too
guys
long.
think.
And then my second photo of classic Corbière. It's not amazing, but I've tried to just work on the whole composition side of things. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I actually quite like that. It's a lot of negative space, which works quite well.
And I think that this kind of represents our two different styles now. I tend to quite like the whole minimalistic kind of vibe in terms of what I photograph and how I compose my photographs and stuff. So it's nice to kind of see a change in
And
styles.
I go for the big skies and kind of wide open.
Yeah, which is cool. And then a third for yours. Your number three is a classic. See, I got this shot. I got this shot when we first started moving, and unfortunately, it just didn't make the cut because I was just not happy with it.
See, I was waiting for a car to come and nothing came. Typical,
No.
you try and get run over, can't even do that.
And have you shot that at wide? 24?
I did fully as wide as it would go.
Nice.
You can actually see just a little bit of the lens hood,
Yeah, that's cool.
which I thought was quite funky actually.
It's quite funky,
so, yeah, wide open, thought get it right, bang centre.
That's cool though. I really, really like that.
Cheers, man.
And then my number four, or my number three? I'm on my number three now. So this is my number 3. Not really that happy with the edit, but I think it's the composition again that of the window and that kind of.
No, I like that.
Abandoned.
That's cool.
I mean, it's not an abandoned house, but I guess you can kind of get that. I don't know. Does it look abandoned?
Not really.
No.
Just looks like rural. So.
Quite rural, yeah. So it's just, yeah, typical.
At least you got like good, like it moves you through the frame, so you got good foreground.
Yeah.
You got your subject and a background. So.
And then the tree comes over nicely
Yeah.
to kind of, compose the image.
Complements
quite
it well.
nicely. Yeah. And then your number 4. Beautiful. And I really, really like how you've added grain to this as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd go a bit old school.
Yeah.
Because like, even though we're shooting on digital, I do a lot of film stuff, so I like getting a bit of the gnarly grain in there.
This really represents your work as well, I think, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, I just thought like run and gun, because we're just so limited with what space we had. I just seen the van and I was like, you know what? V-dub, beach, Rocco Towers in the background, classic sort of surf shot.
Works with it, right?
Work with what you got, I suppose.
Works with the whole vibe of St. Bons, essentially. So St. Bons is essentially the surfing capital of Jersey, if you don't know. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I think Matt was going for.
Yeah. So if you have a look at the Instagram, you'll see with my shots, I suppose, quite a lot of the surf community stuff. So
which is great. So my number 4 is of the cliff.
I really like this one.
So I was just trying to really kind of find, again, compositions, but also reflections, because I knew the tide was going out. So I was like, it's obviously rained, but what can I use? How can I use the tide? Because Jersey's got really, really big tidal range, so it was going out whilst we were shooting, and I managed to actually find a reflection of the cliff, which was really, really funky, and it's quite cool to
sick
to see that kind of blur, isn't it, of underneath.
You know what I would have done though? What? I would have flipped it on its side.
Really?
Yeah.
What? So it was like that?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting, actually. I suppose, yeah, because it looks quite even then. That'd be quite cool, actually.
I'll let you rotate that if you want.
Yeah. And then your last and final photograph.
Yeah.
I just love the edit.
It's just a moody sky, so I thought I'm going to work with that.
I just love the edit. I just think every photo you edit is just like completely different, and that's what I think I love about your work. Is it's like you don't look at 5 different photographs and see them all edited the same way. It's like you see 5 different photographs and 5 different edit styles, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And that's something definitely, being a young photographer, that I'm learning as well. And it's cool not to limit yourself to like things like LUTs and presets when editing, because I think that kind of limits your style essentially, right?
A little bit, because you kind of get stuck into like a rut of, oh, I've used that LUT, I'm going to use that again.
Yeah.
And then everything becomes very samey.
Exactly.
Like, I'll be the first to admit, I use presets, but only as a baseline.
Yeah. And I think everyone does that.
Yeah,
right?
just to kind of get a feel of what I want the image to look like.
Exactly.
And then I'll work from that.
100%.
So.
And then my final image, which is probably my favourite image, even though it's quite minimalist, it's probably my favourite image. So you'll see that popped up on screen now. Essentially, I just wanted to make use of the water. I knew Matt he didn't go down on the beach, so I think that's where we kind of differed. So he stayed up within like the rural bush area, and I kind of went down to the sea and tried to make use of the water and the beach a bit more. But yeah, nice and simple, black and white, Bosch. Love it, simple.
I actually love that. It's my favourite shot so far.
It's probably one of my favourites as well, actually, out of all of them, which is cool. But yeah, that's all our 5 shots done. Let us know down below what you thought, and hopefully you've enjoyed the first photo battle.
Many more to come.
With me and Matt, we've got loads of ideas in the pipeline. It's just started raining, so we're going to leave it there. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video down below, and we'll see you in the next one. With my broken finger.
Cool. Sick.